This is how I feel about Payback, okay? Alright, seeing as I'm standing there, I'm probably have to stand here. So, I will put that here. So, then the third match we get is Matt Riddle versus King Corbin, which is a pretty decent match, I'll give him that. During Matt Riddle's entrance, as you're about to do the flying flip-flop act that he does, King Corbin decided to go and attack him. Obviously, for people who hate his matches, this is like, oh god, his match is about to start. Get your sleeping bags ready, people. But it wasn't bad. I mean, for King Corbin matches, it was okay. Matt Riddle's definitely had better matches in NXT, but it wasn't a bad match, just wasn't one of the best matches. Matt Riddle won, which I was happy about. I sort of had a feeling he will win, but I reckon, and this is what I reckon, I think we're going to have Matt Riddle win here, Corbin win at the next pay-per-view, and then they're going to have one final battle at another pay-per-view. My hair is stuck in my sunglasses, what the hell are you doing? So yeah. Because then Matt Riddle was getting interviewed and he was like, I'm finally beating King Corbin, Lord, I can move on to bigger things, into Continental Championship, WWE Universal Championship, not this one, but similar. And then King Corbin goes, I lost, and attacked him, bang, and just, done some stuff. So basically we're going to get this rivalry continuing, which is what I personally expected, so I'm fine with it. As long as Matt Riddle becomes the sole winner of the rivalry, we're not going to go 50-50, it's going to like. Then, fourth match, we got the Women's Tag Team Championships, which is arguably the match of the night, and I'm not even kidding. This was actually really, really good. I really enjoyed this. I mean, yes, the Shayna Tamina. Because Nia Jax wore no one meaner than Tamina shirt, and I can't get out of my head. So then I keep thinking Tamina. It's in my head. Nia Jax and Shayna. I don't like this storyline. Like, I'd rather have seen another team. But after tonight, I'm actually fine with it. Like, at first it was like... But then, the match happened, and my thoughts... and my head, good thought, into my head. Because these four women put on a great match. I mean, obviously you had the dynamic of Shayna and Nia Jax going to consist. Stuff going on. And then Jax was actually doing pretty well. She showed her, her power, flinging Sasha's head into the barricade multiple times. When she was literally going to the corner with Bayley holding her foot, that was quite funny for the wrong reasons. And yeah, she was just really cool and used their power strength to what we got. And then Shayna came in and just changed my complete complexion. I mean, this is the Shayna Baszler. The wrestling stuff that was done by Shayna on Payback was as good as her NXT TakeOver performances. And I know Shayna isn't one of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time, but she's certainly a good wrestler. And honestly, she was doing knee strikes everywhere, doing the gut wrench suplexes she does, and that. And then just Aaron and Jax were clicking, and then they would just do multiple moves and look dead good together, and all that. And then after that all happened, then Shayna Baszler went, I'm fed up now, put Bayley in the car through the clutch. Banks was like, yeah, I'm stopping that. Baszler was like, no, I've watched TJ Perkins, so I'm going to go and copy him. And decided to do two flipping submission moves at the same time. But to make sure that it wasn't going to be too difficult, she decided to wrap Sasha's arm around Bayley's neck, even if it wasn't bad already as she had. And Bayley had no other choice but to tap out of the move. And we've got new Women's Tag Team Championships, which is quite interesting. I mean, at first I was like, I don't want to see these as champions, but they're actually quite the decent duo. But Then what happened was one of the oddest things I've seen in 2020. And come on, we're in 2020, that's saying something. Nia Jax just started doing weird stuff with the championship that actually stupid dumbass me laughed at. It's not my fault, my mum loves her as a wrestler. I don't know why, just does. But yeah, it made no absolute sense in the world. But other than that though, Shayna was fine with it, and honestly both women seem like they're going to be fun as women's tag team champions. And if this is what we're going to get for another month, I'm all for it. And if this is the tag team championship caliber we're going to get, then this is what we need. But I mean, Bayley and Sasha though, I mean, they've had one hell of a women's tag team championship reign. Full on put some prestige on those belts, when in Raw, SmackDown, NXT, couple of pay-per-views as well. And then just had this great match to lose them as well. And then at the end you saw Bayley and Sasha's like, so I've lost 2 belts now, I'm no belts Banks. As Corey Graves, funny enough, said I got an actual, what was it, Joe? I've been Joe. Someone had said it, one of the commentators had definitely said it, and I got a bit of a chuckle out of it. And Banks was just like, you sod. And then she didn't walk off on her, but she was definitely distraught and not happy about it. I'm trying to talk here, clock, be quiet. Right, so then we went on to our 5th match, and another arguable greatest match of the night. Keith Lee versus Randy Orton. Yes, I'll be quiet. So, yes. But before I get into anything, let's talk about the problems. It ain't to do with the match. It's to do with one Keith Lee. Now, I've watched this man's whole career through NXT. The man was great. You know why? Because he had the right music. And he wore actual attires that are worth wearing. Instead of wearing a skirt, some weird Fred Flintstone thing, and a flippin' vest for no reason. But with that out of the way, by the way, that music is crap, by the way. That out of the way, let's get into the match. This match was absolutely quality. Honestly, I was hoping this was going to be good, and it flipping well was. Randy Orton put over Keith Lee like nothing else. And honestly, if this is going to be Randy's job in the next couple of years, if you are going to give him that job, like someone's what John Cena's done with some couple of people in the past, then I'm all for it, because Randy Orton put Keith Lee over big time. Keith done his leapfrog, done a big, his big pounce thing on Randy, and honestly it looked really, really good. Spirit Bomb 1, 2, 3, and Keith 1. They used to have great chemistry, and I really want to see these battle again. And then we went on to our second to last match of the night. Bray and Dominic Mysterio against Seth Rollins and Murphy. But I must say, I know it's a bit late to say this, but if anyone could actually see the name Buddy rolling around anywhere along the street somewhere or something like that, just wandering down the streets, call 999999901, because they would like to know what the hell you're talking about. And they have been looking at WWE headquarters, and everybody have been looking for the name Buddy. Unfortunately, Buddy, we don't know what happened. 1 minute the man is called Buddy Murphy, then the first name goes missing, and now he's known as Murphy. So please keep a lookout if you can. Remember, Buddy. So to the match. So Seth and, just everybody came out. Instead of wasting my time talking about that, they all came out. The match started. So basically, it kicked off, and it was a great match. I mean, the Mysterios were doing quite well, I'll say. In the match, they whooped their ass. For a bit, Seth and Murphy went out the ring and they were, Murphy went in the ring, he was like, "You want to go?" Tag in Rollins. And then they started going, Rollins and Dominic. And then eventually, I think it was Dominic who was like cornered because there had to be someone, hadn't there? And after they were cornered, after all that, then, no noise, please. Then after he was cornered, eventually made the hot tag to Mysterio. And Mysterio went on a flipping row. Literally just went flinging around everywhere. Hurricane Ranas, spinning DDTs, and then he flying move. And now Daphne's here. Hello, Daphne. Do you want to go? Thank you, man. That's the dog, Daphne. She's got a video on the first day. We got her. Check that out. But yeah, and then he was just flinging around doing all the high flying moves, and it was just like, wait a second, I want to see. And then eventually, it was a couple of near falls, frog splashes, 619s, and all the stuff that all the men can do. Dominic was doing cross bodies, tornado DDTs, hurricane ranas. The man was on fire considering this is only his third professional wrestling match. And then eventually, Seth and Murphy took Dominic into the barricade. And then, just when you think Rollins and Murphy have got it, Rollins was like, the stupid crackle and laugh that makes you want to grab your ears and throw them out the window. So basically, he told Buddy Murphy, when they do a buckle bomb and then kick them in the back of the head? Well, Seth told Murphy, sorry, I said Buddy, remember, check out for that name. So basically, flung him, and then, you kick him. And then Seth went for it, but Mysterio, with his veteran experience against another veteran, it's a lot of mats. Then done a Hurricane Rana, so Murphy ended up kicking Seth Rollins. Rollins came down, Murphy was like, "Oh God, I've just kicked my Messiah." Oh my God, however the hell you want to pronounce it. Then eventually Murphy tagged in, then eventually Dominic got tagged in, 619 splash. Dominic and Rey Mysterio have won the tag team match and got their payback. Oh Lord. But yeah, and then that wasn't the only thing that's like, whoa, what the hell's gonna happen now? Type of stuff. What did I do that? Oh, I should just go. No. Though after they had done that, then you could see Rollins up on the ramp. Someone's Banks just absolutely distraught. And was like, "Yeah, you're no longer following me. Goodbye." And walked off on Murphy. Poor Murphy. He tried his best. But again, check out for the name Buddy. Because I think that needs to be seen, okay? So just check that out. Yeah, you do. Yeah. Don't put the lights off. Right, and then it was main event time. Now, normally in these situations, I'd be like, what? But actually, wait, I'm doing a video. So then, the match started, but, basically, the Fiend came in, he was just doing his, dancing around thing in the ring, with the head. I'm doing the video still, and all that, and basically, he was in, and then Braun Strowman started to go, "You have the most longest entrance of all time, Fiend. I need to stop this." By the way, if Taker ever wrestles again, someone do that. Then Strowman attacks the Fiend, and now I've got the return of Daphne Dog. Hello, how do you do? Do you want to show everyone this one? Oh, here's my dog, Daphne. Here she is, hello. Right, so basically, then Braun was just attacking the Fiend, and similar to what they'd done at SummerSlam, they literally just decided, let's try and use all of our big powers and our weight to just put on one exciting little brawl. And then Fiend, you're a noggy to Braun through the announce table. Then he gets his big funhouse mallet out, starts whacking him with that. Then the stairs were coming out and he whacked Braun with that. Then he collided off the stage onto a bunch of tables. By the way, Roman Reigns was supposed to be in it and he hadn't even signed the contract yet. Oh Lord, what the hell's going on? Then they get in the ring and then just when you think they hadn't done enough, you know what? We haven't seen a ring collapse in a long time that's not actually Big Show before. I mean, not even seen one that's not done by Big Show before. So went, let's do stroke, and he's got some stuff. Bang, suplex, and then the ring just collapsed. And by the way, I think it's Charles Robinson. I want to say it's Charles Robinson. Anyways, the blonde-haired referee, mate, I'm going to give you credit. You tried to sell that ring. Trying your absolute hardest to try and flip over the ropes. I'll give you credit for that, man. Bless you, mate. You've done a great job. And basically, everyone was out. And then Roman comes out. And it's like, yeah, I'm going to wreck everyone and leave. But instead of wrecking everyone, I'm just going to win the match and leave. I mean, I've not signed the contract. Paul Heyman comes up, because obviously he was talking to him on SmackDown. Roman went, well, you didn't do that, but you know. Signed the contract. Then Roman Reigns came down to the ring. He was like, yep, that's it. 1, 2, the Fiend kicks out. Goes to Strowman. 1, 2, Strowman kicks out. And Roman's like, flipping hell, how are these men still alive? Never mind kicking out. So then, after that happened, then the Fiend was like, well, no, actually, Roman got a chair, started whacking him with it multiple times, then started whacking the Fiend. Then the Fiend went, yeah, I'm fed up with that. Mandible claw. Roman said, well, now I've gone the dark side, so now I'll just boot you in your favourite area. And then the Fiend went out the ring. Roman was like, yeah, I've got this spear. 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns is your new Universal Champion. And the Fiend only had the belt for a week. Oh, God, for that. But with the Roman Reigns thing, great. I mean, if this was literally 2 years ago or even in 2017, my word, I would have been falling and banging my head on a shower. And I'm not even joking, because this would have been terrible. But with this new heel persona he's getting, with this badass, wreck everyone and leave, this is absolutely thumbs up from me. And if I have to give a star rating for all the matches, I'll tell you now. So, Apollo Crews vs Bobby Lashley gets 3 stars. Big E vs Sheamus gets 3.5 stars. Matt Riddle vs King Corbin gets 3.25 stars. The Women's Tag Team Championship match gets 3.75 stars. Keith Lee vs Randy Orton gets 4 stars. The tag team match gets 4 stars. And the triple threat match, due to the story, gets 4 stars. Might not sound like it, but they were just great matches, and you should check this pay-per-view out. If I had to give this pay-per-view a star rating, it would be 4.5 stars. It was a great show, and I would honestly give it a watch. I know it's only been a week build, but it doesn't matter if it was a day build. This show was absolutely great. Multiple title changes as well, and it was just like, yes, this is what should have happened at SummerSlam. What are you doing to me, WWE? But yeah, it was also, you got Keith and Matt Riddle winning on the first pay-per-view matches. Roman Reigns become new champion. Lashley, US champion. Banks and Bailey could be going. Murphy and Rollins are down the pan, new women's tag team champions. Roman Reigns is a Paul Heyman guy and turn the dark side. Oh my word, I can't believe it. Ladies and gentlemen, if I could give this championship to Payback, then I would, because here's the thing, there's no payback needed. This was worth my time, and it's worth your time too. So don't forget, people, to like the video, subscribe, hit all the notifications and all the lovely stuff that you, the viewers at home, they do say, but you might be watching it somewhere else. You know, you might be on holiday because, because not everyone listens to Boris Johnson. But hey ho, and don't forget, stay tuned. Sweet. Well, that was a bad idea. Good pay-per-view. Please watch it.